So today we will be transplanting this African violet. I've had this plant for about 2 years. I purchased it at a big box store and it originally came in this container. As you can see, it's pretty small with no drainage. I right away transplanted it in one of these containers, and it's the one that it's currently in. I feel it has already overgrown its container, and I've had it in this beautiful terracotta pot, and I like it because I like especially this yellow area with, I'm not sure if you could see, like the bluish purplish, and I feel like the contrast, it's beautiful with a little yellow middle part of the flower. And now I will be transplanting it into this bigger terracotta pot, and it's gonna go into this planter. As you can see, the planter that I will be planting it on, it's a nursery pot, and it's almost the same drainage. So you see it has pretty large holes, and this one does as well. The potting mix that I'll be using is the Miracle-Gro potting mix, but you could pick your own, whichever is comfortable for you and your plants. And I also added a cup of perlite to give the soil more aeration and the plant more aeration in the roots. You don't have to do that. You could just keep the soil as it comes. And I will be putting one of these screens just to cover those 4 holes in the middle, and that will kind of resemble the other pot that the African violet is in. So I filled it up about a 1/3 way, and I'm pressing a little bit. As you can see, my African violet is kind of leaning towards the front, and this is because I've had the violet in a shelf like this. So here is where it's received the light, so it has been facing. And to avoid that, what you want to do is rotate it frequently, like every week. Pick a day and just rotate it so it doesn't just start facing one side. But this African violet has given me many flowers year round. This is one of the easiest plants that I have cared for. It likes very light shade, so it could be perfect in a window, and just no direct light because the leaves will get damaged. So I will be showing you how to get rid of the spent flowers. So always make sure you have a clean pair of scissors and clean it with some alcohol and a cotton ball, and let it air. And I'm going to show you what the spent flowers look like. So as you can see, this is a beautiful flower right here, and then you start seeing some that are already dried, like this one. It's even darker. It's not doing too well. It's dry, and these you could cut off. Let me show you. So the spent flowers, when they get dry, you could look so where it's already limp or dry and cut there at that stem. So like this. Show you another one. Like right here, it's more thin, and this is a little bit thicker with the stem, and you cut right there.
Mommy, can I touch one?
Right now.
Okay.
And then right here.
Mommy, I do touch one, like really tough.
And this one as well.
Mommy, can I touch it? I want to touch one. David's finger.
It's okay.
Okay.
And these stems have dried out. You could just pull these. There's another dry one here that I could pull. And then you just stay with nice looking flowers. Okay, as you can see, some new leaf growth is coming. So here's a closer look at the stem where I cut the spent flowers. So here is where I cut on that tip, and on this tip right here, and on this tip. Those can possibly produce new flower bulbs. So the leaves, if you could see, they have like a fuzzy, velvety touch to them. They're so soft and hairy. And the leaves do not like to get wet. So how to water your African violet, the best way to do it is in a container like this, or like any Tupper that you have in your kitchen. Fill it with water, and then you'll place your plant there. You can leave it there for 40 minutes. Put it in your container or a saucer. And that's how it likes to be watered. Do not water it above and let the leaves get water, because this is what you will get. You will get some scarring if you don't dry the leaves right away. So if you do get the leaves wet with the water droplet, just get a napkin and wipe them dry. So I do recommend you watering from below, because let's say you would want to pick up the leaves. You could either pick up the leaves and put your spout and do it underneath the leaves. But this is what happened to me once also, that I picked it up and they are full of water, the leaves, they're fragile, and I touched it a little bit too hard and I damaged the leaf. So be careful. It's just easier to grab it and placing it in the water and watering it that way. Okay. So I will be cutting the damaged leaf, and this is the only one that's broken. So we're gonna be cutting this one off. Okay. Yes, my little daughter's gonna cut it. Okay, go ahead. Careful. Good job.
Good job.
So my daughter went ahead and cut the damaged leaf, but I'm gonna go a little bit more inside and cut it more towards the back, right there. Right there. Okay, like as you could see, this one has some scarring due to the water, but other than that, all the leaves are fine. So now to transplant it. So as you could see, I removed some of the soil, and you could see here some of the roots. I am not gonna remove any more soil, just whatever was loose and wanted to come out and fall, I let it. So maybe just massage it a little bit, and whatever comes out and wants to fall off, let it. Okay, so this is a so what I'm gonna try to do is just center it. So like that. So this is the finished product of the transplanting of the African violet. And as you can see, it's still a little bit lopsided, but not too much. And I will be turning it more often this time. So this is in the aloe vera pot that it would go. And you can see how beautiful it's gonna look. So here it is. That's a bulb that needs to open. You don't, I don't know if you could see that the flowers kind of shimmer, like with some silver specks. You can see the hair-like fuzz on the leaves and the little growth. And I'll put some pictures of when it has flower even more, and how little it was when I got it. To bottom water your plant, you just gotta fill a container with water and place your plant inside and let it soak. So don't put it right away into your container. Make sure it's sitting on top of a pool of water and that the water has drained out. So put it here in my pot. This is how my African violet looked when I just acquired it. And I had originally repotted it directly to the aloe vera pot, but quickly found out that the drainage hole was too small for what the African violet needed.